Ryder continued to sob in the dark on the lookout floor, blaming himself for what happened to Wubble. I'm so sorry, Wubble. I am so sorry. The rotation mechanism never might function like that before. The entrance to the slide is supposed to scan each of you and identify your personal vehicle. He slammed his fist on the floor. I should have kept content maintenance on it. This is all my fault. He cried heavily. Chase tried his best to comfort him, while he tried to hold himself together. Walkie, with tear-stunned eyes, was searching something on Ryder's pad, tapping his paw here and there across the screen. The words that had been spoken by the unknown voice still run around in his head. Those who gaze upon the moons I pass should seem for the night to be the last. He thought to himself, trying this play of the terrible riddle. His eyes widened, realizing something on him. He began to search. Flying ghost ship passing by moon. A picture of the exact same ghost ship passing the moon appeared on the screen in the electronic article. Guys! He called on the others in the shaky voice. I know this is a bad time, but you need to hear this. I pulled up an article on the ghost ship we saw. It says that not many have seen the paranormal scene, but if you do happen to see it, it could seem to be a bad omen. Those who have seen the ship fly past the moon have either been involved in a freak accident that lead to the deaths or have been murdered. The reporter who captured the photo was found the next day, hanging from the flagpole by his internals. Walkie gagged at the thought of that scene, also remembering Wubble for a split second before a tear trickled down his cheek. He wiped his eyes before he continued to read the article. According to the legend, the name of the chip is called the Reaper. The Reaper was a power chip that belonged by a pirate who went by the name Bloodbeard. Bloodbeard was a cold-blooded pirate. He murdered the innocent and took from them, no matter the circumstances. One night after plundering the town, which is now known as Adventure Bay, the king ordered him to be found and executed. Bloodbeard and his crew tried to sail away, using the dark night and cloudy skies as cover, but the clouds moved from in front of the moon, and the light shining from it, limited from the ocean, giving away the power's position. The king's soldiers found a barrage of cannonballs from the pier and sunk Bloodbeard's ship, leaving no trace of the pirates. Walkie looked back at the picture of the ship in the article. His eyes were continuing hard, as if he had not seen the vessel before. He gasps. This ship, if I can remember right, is the same ship that Zuma was trapped under when we saved the merpups. He started. Sky walked towards the mixed breed with fear in her eyes. So, does that mean everyone who sees the ship pass the moon dies? Walkie sat the putt pad down before lowering his head in silence. That's what it sounds like, he answered. The ghost. It's real. It's real. Tears began to fill his eyes again as he continued. I should have sided with you guys. I shouldn't have teased you unbelieving. If I would have argued, maybe White would have been taken in more seriously, and Wubble wouldn't be. He trailed off, while a little droplet splashed on the floor. I want Wubble back! Walkie screamed, throwing his hat across the room. I was as scared as you guys. The difference is you all were brave enough to admit it, he stated, with tears pouring down. I'm the coward who teases friends for being scared. His friends. It should have been me who went down the slide, and he was cut off by a paw placed over his mouth. He looked up to see a tearful sky. Rocky, stop! She pleaded for tears. You're hurting us. Rocky looked back to see everyone next to him with wide, tearful eyes before being answered by a hug. Rocky, please, don't ever say that again, please. Zuma pleaded as he embarrassed him with Roy. Chase stepped forward, placing a boot on his shoulder. None of us blame you or Ryder, Chase said while Marshall nodded with agreement behind him. An important detail Clayton ran the damage his mind. Guys, we all saw it, he stated. That's right, agreed Sky. Us, Captain Turbot, Alex, Mr. Porter, Katie, Callie, Mel Goodway, and Chicolata. Ryder's eyes shot open. Oh no, Mel Goodway, he said, remembering the mayor's dress call. He quickly picked his puppet off the floor and tried to call the mayor. No one answered. We have to go check on the others. Once we're all together, we can try and find a safe place. I'll go and check on Mel Goodway and Chicolata. Chase Marshall, you two check on Alex and Mr. Porter. Sky and Zuma, check on Captain Turbot. Rocky and Wub. Ryder paused for a moment before finishing his sentence. He wasn't used to being one part short, but this was no time to be concerned by grief. It's alright, Ryder. I can go check on Katie and Callie alone. Rocky answered, staring at the floor sadly. Are you sure? Ryder asked, resuming his compass. Yeah, it's time for me to be brave, Rocky answered. Okay, Paw Patrol is on a roll, Ryder answered, and Ryder announced, with not even the teeniest bit of enthusiasm and happiness that he normally shows when saying the phrase. Spy Chase headed for the slide. Wait! Shouted Ryder. Don't take the slide. I don't want to take any chances. He pulled out his paw pad and began tapping across the screen. But sir, how will we get down? Chase asked, curious. The slide and the elevator are the only ways down, and the power's out. Let's just take a sec, Ryder replied, still tapping the screen. Okay, accidentally power on, he shouted after tapping one last button. The power all around the lookout flashed back on the sound, and some machines wiring and the computers booting up could be heard. Ryder went to the elevator, and the five followed them, and they descended to the ground floor. As the elevator door opened, Ryder wore a serious expression. Pups, please be careful, said Ryder. The five slowly nodded. There's no way I could get my ATV, so I guess I'll have to. Ryder paused before finishing. Take Wobble's wig. Ryder shook his head. Okay, pups, let's head outside, he commanded. The five pups exited through the automatic doors as they opened and closed. Once inside, they waited for Ryder to join them. Ryder walked towards the exit doors. The doors would not budge. Those who gaze upon the moons I pass shall soon find their night to be the last. Ryder's heart stopped upon hearing the familiar voice, and once again, the power waiting in the lookout had shut off.